Hello, Double Brewski here with a video crash course on the Revengeous method of downgrading your favorite Oblivion weapons to work in Morrowind. This technique can be used with all kinds of different objects and models, but the tutorial is aimed specifically at weapons. This technique was passed to me by a modder called Revengeous, so if you use it, please give him credit. To do this, you'll need to have the latest version of Blender installed with the Python scripts, Python file format interface, as well as the Nifscripts plugin. You also need to have Nifskope installed. You don't need to have Oblivion for this trick to work. For this example, we'll be using the Buster Sword from Oblivion, and go ahead and copy the textures from the weapon into your Morrowind textures folder, and you don't need the textures that end with an _n. Those are for Oblivion. Go ahead and open up Blender, and the first thing you'll notice is this little cube in the center of the screen that's already highlighted. Go ahead and press X to delete it, then go File, Import, and choose the Net Immerse, Gamebryo, or NIF file type. I already have it selected because I've done this before. Go ahead and import it, and don't have any of these buttons set. Just hit OK. Depending on the speed of your computer and the complexity of the mesh, it could take several minutes to import it. Just be patient. You can keep an eye on it by the status bar at the top of the screen. You may get some error messages, but so long as the model shows up, you're good to go. And the first thing you'll notice is these ugly wireframe models around the mesh. They're part of Oblivion collision data, and we don't need them. Just place your mouse cursor over the mesh and hit your right mouse button to select it. And just like the cube, press X to delete it, and do that to the whole wireframe. Once all that's gone, go select all by type, and mesh. Now we've highlighted the whole model. It's ready to export. Go File, Export, Net Immerse Gamebryo NIF, and pick a location and pick a name for it. Make sure the name says .nif, and click Export. Make sure the Morrowind button is clicked, and Smooth and Inter-Object Seams and Export Geometry is all you have clicked. Oops, gotta move this out of the way, and click OK. Keep an eye on it. As long as it says writing NIF file, it's going to work. Now, open up the model you just saved with Nifskope. I have it right on my desktop. And you're going to have to relink the texture path. And if you haven't put the textures in the Morrowind textures folder, go ahead and do it now. I already have a folder for these because I've done this model before, so that'll make it real quick. And you'll have to adjust the material property settings to white for the top two and black for the bottom two, and you can adjust the glossiness for how shiny you want it. And just make sure you have the entire texture path reset. Okay, once you have the texture paths realigned and you've changed all the material property shader settings to what they need to be, it's ready to load in the Morrowind Construction Set and assign it all the stat points you want. You may have to readjust the positioning of the handle and its scale a little bit in Nifskope, but so long as that works okay, it's good to go. Once again, thanks to Revengeous for the technique, and I hope you have fun modding. Thanks, bye.